in the 6th round of the Reykjavík Open. We will do some commentary for Kostya. How you can see the game already start. Wait, let me go to the chat. Wait a minute. Okay, I found it. Okay, can you hear me? Welcome, welcome. I think, yeah, so the light position is the same. I just want to check that and we start. I think it's the same. No, it's not, because Kostya already plays c3 here. Okay, it's not the same, but it's almost the same. Just one move back. I guess we can leave it like that. Okay. Can you hear me? Testing. I will open also the chat here. Yes. Can you hear me? Oops, I hate to hear myself. When is Magnus versus Hikaru? No idea. Okay, so we have everything. Yeah. You can see Kostya, you can see the game. Yeah. Okay, let me finish this. I want to fix this. I want to see the board. Okay. Great. Hi everyone. Okay, let's go to the start. So Kostya played e4, c5, knight f3, g6, the dragon. Well, I'm very excited for this game. And c3. Okay, c3. d5. I think this is the best answer. So now this is an alapin, and he passed the pawn. And over the board, when he passed the pawn, I think he played knight here, right? Knight c6. Yeah, he did play knight c6. Okay. Knight c6. And I guess here maybe Kostya can play d4, and this would be like a French. Right? No, kinda, I think. d4. Well, no, he played bishop b5. Bishop b5 was the move. Interesting. So Kostya is playing against Robert Munch. I don't know how to pronounce that. Munch, I guess. And with 2027 rating, and from Germany. So I think Kostya will win. We are rooting for him. Kostya is stronger than Robert, like more rating, more elo. And with a good preparation, it should not be trouble. So he answered queen b6. We can see on the video there is no e6 yet. No, yeah, there is no e6. Not e6. So how are you this morning, chat? I know it's very early in the US. I think there is not still night. So yeah, you see queen b6 was played, and now Kostya is thinking. So I guess bishop takes c6, because I think it's the idea, right? Hi Roman, thank you so much for the sub. Let me go and fix this. No, it's already good. How are you, Roman? Okay, let's see the game. Okay. We start banning persons, I guess. Okay, let me fix this. Okay, great. Hello, go Kostya guys. So Kostya gave me permission to use the engine chat just in case we will be using the engine. But I think he for a reason Kostya is thinking in this position. I think he didn't expect that. Usually, what would be the move here? If we go to the book, where is the book? Openings. If I open that, I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Opening a new tab. No. Well, I guess here, what would be the move? Just develop the bishop here. So, oh my god, he just played queen e2. Okay, so after this, and he moved queen e2, defending the bishop. Now, if f6, I just really think bishop takes, because usually this is the idea. It's not, or do you think this is the idea? I don't think so. I think take is the idea. Yeah. Bishop a4, or maybe just keep this bishop, because now the queen is here and there is not directly b5. I wish Kostya good luck. Good luck to Kostya. Yeah. Hello, Nordovic. Hello. What is Stevan? Why is bishop takes better? Well, actually, let me go to moves. Bishop takes in many openings is the theory. Why? I think it's depending of the pawns too. If we have the pawns in white squares, it makes sense to take. Yeah, I think it's that. I'm not sure right now. Wait, I have to think a little bit. That's a good question. Okay. Also, sometimes the bishop can be hunted, yeah, like this, and the bishop is here. It's dangerous. And I guess also taking the knight, this knight helps to control the center. Yeah, this is one of the reasons. Are you in Dojo now? Yes, I'm in Dojo. I'm doing some commentary for my friend Kostya. He's playing. Is bishop b4 a problem? Bishop b4? G4, sorry. Bishop g4, interesting question. Okay, and he played bishop g4. I don't think it's a problem, because how I said, like, the bishop would take here. So he played this, for example. I think one option is just can take, because if takes, we double the pawns. No, if he takes, we take first with check, and then we take this one. And this knight cannot move because it's pinned. You see? So here we can play a normal move, either just castle or I don't know. This can be interesting too. Knight a3. Defending the bishop. But then this knight, I don't know exactly where to go. Okay, Kostya played castle. Castle, you see? It's not a problem because this is pinned. Now, if this king moves, now is a problem. We need to think what to do. Let's just say if wants to play castle. Now it's we are about to lose this pawn, and playing d4 is not an option because there are 3 pieces attacking here and just 2 defending. So I guess now it could make sense to play bishop takes. I like bishop takes. Yeah, I like bishop takes. I like if this castles here, like bishop takes, and start like trying to open this. I think I'm dreaming too much. Okay, but I'm sure he will not castle here. I don't think so. Okay, last move of Kostya was castle. Right now, black has 99.2% accuracy and Kostya 97.8%. So that means black is playing almost perfect. And oh my god, he takes this one. Yeah. I think this is what happened with players. They are lower in rating. Like they try to exchange pieces to get into endgame and try to draw. But I don't think this is the case of Robert, because he has already 2000, and I think 2000 they don't exchange pieces like this. So he takes, and Kostya immediately takes, because otherwise he will lose a pawn. Now he has to decide if to take with the pawn or the queen. To take with the queen is for not damaging the position, and with pawn, I don't know, to open this. I don't know. I think maybe better with queen. It's interesting also because if you take the pawns to the center to help, like now this pawn will be if b takes c6, now this pawn will be defended, What is this opening? So this opening that's a good question. It started like a accelerated dragon, and then went to Alapin. And now, what is this? And hyper accelerated dragon. I think so. Okay. Did he take with the queen? Yeah, he did take with the queen. Take, and this is the actual position. Do you want me to play some music, background music? I don't know. And Kostya immediately take the bishop. Let me, you see? And now he didn't lose the pawn, and he played d4. I'm impressed. Wait, where is my d4 pawn? Here. d4. And now Kostya will start calculating in endgames, I guess, because after exchanging the queens, I think the game will be more strategic than other, you know. So let's consider first taking the queen. If queen takes queen, obviously pawn takes back, and we need to think how to make some trouble here, like how can be better. Taking, it will fix the position. Maybe other thing, I have an idea. So because there is not white square bishop, we need to try to find good squares for this knight. And good squares would be blocking a pawn, and in a square cannot be, what is this? I'm sorry for my English. To trade that bishop. Wait, was that advisable for the opponent to trade that bishop? A ver. I don't think so. I mean, maybe black wants to get rid of this bishop, so in this case, yes. So I think it's okay. Bishop takes. It's just an exchange. And now this is the good bishop. Yeah, he couldn't deny. You are asking, I guess you are asking for black, not for white, because it's not the white's option. And now the engine says this is a bad move, not a blunder. And it likes to trade. Queen takes c6. But now Kostya is thinking, because I think you don't want to exchange queens with someone, you know, very not lower in elo, lower in rating, because it gets more chances to the game to be a draw, right? And you don't have too many tactics and attacking things. But sometimes it's not true, and many games, like, you should accept to trade the queen, and you should understand there is like good positions you can play without the queen, and sometimes we really don't want to, and we make mistakes, like, oh no, I prefer not to exchange queens, you know, because I want to attack. But I think that is a mistake. In terms of space, who would benefit from this trade of queens? Of space. In terms of space. Okay, I think both have same space right now. I think black has, well, can develop very fast this bishop to g7. I don't think where else can go, and start attacking this pawn. But now this knight has a little bit of trouble to develop. So we need to find a square for this knight. I think it would be something like this. But I think pushing this pawn allows to, we have this square. So, and then if they attack this pawn, we can defend it either with f4, with rook f1, and I see like a way how to have a good night. Yeah. Have a good night. So knight a3, then knight c4, and there is no pawn to attack the knight because the pawn will be here, right? And then if they push this one and they play they play bishop g7, then we have the square for the knight. And I think it's nice either to have this one or this one, because now these two pawns are not, I mean, like double pawn. What do you think, chat? You can help me here too. Okay, so you say queen takes, pawn takes, and c4. I don't like it too much. But you are right. c4, no. I don't think so. I think we should keep it. So if they take, we just take. And these pawns still double and isolated. So that would be much better. So I don't think taking here, it's an option. And we also just can play t3. And if they take, taking with this one, so we don't have an isolated pawn. And also we can make some pressure to this pawn if that happens, you know. Yeah, I think trying to get the knight in this here is nice, because then playing e6, it would be a mistake for black. But we need to wait for that. And if they want to play something like this. But if they don't, we can do something like this. Then here, knight c4, and maybe we can try to put some pressure here. I'm not sure how exactly to develop this bishop. I think we need to be patient. So I think right now what Kostya is doing, ooh, he just took the queen. I think what Kostya was doing is like understanding the position and trying to see if it's worth it to exchange it or not. And because now this is more strategic, how I said, and he took the queen. So queen takes and pawn takes. You can see in the live video what happened. So, I'm very curious now where the bishop will go, if it will go out this way or this way, because I think like playing the bishop here also will. Oh, thank you so much, Felix, for the prime. Thank you. I send you love. How are you? Okay, maybe Felix can help us in this position. Okay, so I have both chats here open. I'm sure Kostya with the next move will tell us his plan. We will understand. Other plan we can have, I think this pawn is nice. I think it controls a natural square for the knight. And also if this knight wants to go here, it looks interesting. That has to play this one. And when he played that, we have what we already thought. Do we know how old Kostya's opponent is? I don't know, but I can check if you want. Do you want? I check. So the video will pause for a second because maybe I can check on my phone. Kostya starts with d3. Oh, he played d3. Okay, nice. So d3. Kostya played d3. Thank you for letting me know. So d3. d3 to develop the bishop. Where? I guess here. Or maybe instead of going this way. Oh, okay. Okay, for example here, what happens if pawn takes? If pawn takes, engines like knight takes. And this is, I think it is a backward pawn. A backward pawn, but it's compensated because these are isolated and double pawn. And I think it is attacking this pawn is not that easy, and the knight will go here probably. Okay, he's from the 93. You already checked? Yeah, bishop c4. You say bishop c4 or just c4? Because bishop c4 is not possible. I guess c4. I don't like too much c4 because I believe that is a square for the knight. But now I think the knight wants to go here, doing two things. One, attacking the pawn, and two, maybe he will go here. So maybe pawn takes, knight takes, and then something like b3, bishop here, knight e4, rook c1, rook d1, defending the pawn. This is my vision. Maybe I'm wrong. Just c4. c4. Okay, with c4, we are kind of closing the position, right? With c4. Okay, I'm going to play your move. And also with c4, this bishop, it will be completely blocked there. Okay, let me place. Well, it's not my turn. Before, or do you want me to do like a move? No, if I play here, it's attacking this one. So let's go just here, c4. You like d4? Sorry, c4. Okay. Okay, you also like this one. Before d3. No, c4. Let's think about it. Let's just play a normal move, okay? That's a normal move. And we play another normal move, defending. And we play... it's because like this looks like a normal move, but then I guess it's not. I maybe you like c4 to stop the knight to go here, probably. You want d3 or b3, and play with the bishop, I guess. Yeah, I know the pawn on b2 can be target for the rook, but you can just play b3. b3, and that's it. With pawn structure. Okay, I understand. I want to say something else. I think with c4 also we are forgetting something very important, which is to move our pieces. I think I don't like too much c4, honestly. c4. I think it's closing the position. We are not developing the pieces. And also, I really believe that can be a good square for the knight. Either this way, either the other way. So putting our pawns on white squares makes sense because we have a dark square bishop. But also we need to think where this knight can go. Okay, we will go to the normal moves. So d3. Okay, taking this pawn, d takes c, then either taking, wait, with the knight or with the pawn. I like both. Taking with the pawn, now there is not a pawn here to, it's opening this file, and also there is not an, well, it's not isolated, but it's backward, and it can in the future can push. But also taking with the knight helps because develop immediately, and can go here on e4, or either knight a4 can be something. And again, if something like this, just b3, bishop here or bishop here, depending. And if they give the pawn for free, you just take it, and because the knight is here, the pawn structure is okay. Okay, Felix is giving us an idea. c4, c4, f4. Felix, can you c4, f4, b3, bishop a3, knight e2, grabbing c5. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Felix is saying before, right? c4, f4. I will just move the with c4, f4, b3, bishop a3, knight d2, and knight e4. And this pawn is goodbye. But he's saying, do you really want to defend with black, right? With d3, with d3. Okay, with d3. I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it to defend it with black, because it's a double pawn anyway. Maybe it's a good idea to try to create some play. And we have to remember here, white already castled and black didn't, but there is no queens on the board, so it's not danger for the black king. Who is better here? Well, then Jean says white is better, and I think it is because the pawn structure, and also it's already castled, and I think also these pawns are a little bit weak. White is not developed. I think it's easier for white to develop than for black. Okay, I get bishop g7, it's easy. But then the knight has to go here or here. And going to e7 has to play, for that has to play e6. And I'm thinking then this square is very important for white, and try to get it either this way, I don't know which way, but try to go here if black moves pawn e6. And also we know this bishop will go on a3 or e3. I don't think he will go to f4 defending a pawn, honestly. I think it makes more sense for me to defend it with pawn. Black bishop and knight pawn. Yeah, Richard. Hi, Oli. King in the middle of the board. When there is no queens, it's not that dangerous here. And also it's not very open position. At least he takes, okay, now it's open. But yes, I guess this rook can play, oops, what is that? That arrow can play faster, right? Oops, again. The pawn on e5 looks weak. I think this pawn looks weak, but also it's very useful. Is that the word, right? Useful? Because one, stop this knight for developing in a natural square move, you know, and I think we can defend it. We have an open, well, semi-open file here. We can defend it with the rook, and if they attack with one piece and two pieces, and it's not very easy to attack it too, you just have the bishop to attack, and if then you want to attack with the knight, you have to maneuver, I don't know, here, something like that, and it will happen some moves, some tempos, and I think you are able to defend with f4, right? And also with this knight, depending. The knight here, on d4 and c4, so it's not that weak. I think in this position, I believe like white, it's more comfortable than the black pieces, you know? I think I say a lot, you know. I just realized. A fellow German, you will support a fellow German. That's you, Oli, but here we are supporting Kostya because he's my friend, and also he's the favorite in this game. It's nothing personal to your fellow Germany friend. C takes d4 is a bad move. C takes d4, no, definitely it's a bad move. C takes d4, you are helping to fix his pawn structure. No. I don't know him, no worries. I know, I'm just joking. Cannot do Dutch sprechen. What? It's very early in the morning for some places, but it's okay. Okay, now he's thinking what to do, how to organize the pieces. So the last move, remember, was d3. I'm sorry, I didn't put it on the screen. We were analyzing different options. And Kostya, oops, ah! Sorry. All good? Yeah. Off to sleep? What? I don't understand. Would d takes c4 not be the best move because allows knight to develop? Or should you take back with pawn b? I mean, I guess you want to say here. I think both are good. For me, I will just move it to know what the engine says. Well, if you think about it, it will make sense you to play with knight because you are developing with knight. You get like a tempo, no? Right, take. And also this is not really a problem because you can defend it easy with this rook. But also I think this can be a possibility. I don't consider it's a bad move. B takes c3 because now I believe like one of the moves is to play bishop a3 or bishop e3, and this will not be like an isolated pawn, it's just a backward pawn. Okay, I will just move, take, and the engine likes with the knight, and also says with the pawn is okay, and take with knight. Now it has a tempo, right? Because and not just that, I just got I just understood why too, because now there is not a white pawn, and now these are a double pawn and isolated pawn, and they both will be very, very weak. Why? Because now we have this file for the rook attacking, so it will not be just the knight and the bishop attacking, it will be also the rook. And if the rook's on b8 attacking on this pawn, you just push it and that's it. So with knight, much better. So we have something, we have a weaknesses, but he has a worst weaknesses. This is a little one. Okay, and he moved. What did he do? He just developed the bishop. And Kostya is thinking now. I think by this time Kostya already like make some plans, and he's thinking which plan to play. I think he already thought, like, because I guess this bishop here is very natural move. Where else you will put the bishop? Here. You're just developing, right? Develop, and at the same time attacking this pawn. Now it's turns of white how to defend that pawn. There is two options. 1, 2. Rook e1 and f4. Sorry, there is another option, is bishop c4. f4, sorry. I think the best option would be to develop this rook, because we don't want the bishop defending this pawn, right? Or do we want that? We want this bishop attacking pawns. So what I'm a little bit scared about is rook e1 defending, and then take, and then let's say take, and then rook d8 attacking d3. Now we cannot use this rook because this rook is defending e5. And now how we will defend d3? That is my question. How? Going here, I don't think makes sense. Just like attacking, you have to go back for defending the skewer, the bishop c1, bishop takes, or maybe just directly rook takes on d3. So that is the reason why I would doubt to play rook e1. But maybe there is something else. I don't know. Let's see. It looks losing for black. Yeah. Okay. Now we see like this move is natural, and also it's attacking something. I think like moving a piece, it's like developing a piece is very important when it has like 3 plans. 1, develop. 2, attacking. And there is a third plan hidden here. Can you turn off the evil bar? No. I think Kostya told me I have permission. Why? Why do you want me to turn off the evil bar? I can do it, but why? You don't like bishop f4? Me neither, I don't like. Would rather get it out with b3 and bishop a3 later. Yeah, I like that too. Yeah. Okay, let me just do one thing, chat, and we will continue. Okay. Test it. Can you hear me? Let me go just 2 moves. So that was the last move. Rook e1 is best. Let's find something. Where is the camera? Oops, sorry. Okay. So let's just play. Okay, rook e1, defending this one, and later we will think about f4 and bishop f4. Now takes, takes with knight and rook. That's the thing. And now this is the problem, right? What we can do here? We cannot defend it. That is not possible, because if we defend it, then this is goodbye. So now I understand, like when they say, "Oh, and Kostya is about to play rook e1," and he did play rook e1. But maybe we want to give just this pawn, because Kostya thought something here. I mean, like, we can attack one of these pawns. We can bring this bishop here, but no, then this takes. We can go knight a4, because if we go here, also bishop takes. So knight f4, if this take in, then I take, attacking the rook. He moves, attacking my knight, and attack the two pieces, and I'm not happy with it. Okay, we need to think what to do. It says bishop e3, then G likes bishop e3. Bishop e3, bishop takes, and bishop takes. And now this has to go back. Bishop back. Sorry, my error. And I kind of want to defend with the other rook here. For keeping the advantage. Bishop e3 is not good. Well, bishop g5. Bishop g5. Here, bishop g5. Knight a4. Keep developing, someone says. And he played. What did he do? No way. What did he do? No. No. You cannot believe what did he play. Okay. Oh my God. So I think we don't have to worry about those things, because okay, rook e1, and he played f6. F6. And I think we are fine. F6. Now we don't have to worry about this for now. That's funny. I bet Kostya didn't expect this move. Now he will think about it. But I'm curious about, for example, what Oscar is saying. We will be in this position in a minute, but we will go back and we will think about this. So take rook, and rook e3, it's bad. Oh yeah. I see. Because now this rook is defending this bishop. I get it. I understand. Bishop takes. Well, okay. Okay, takes and takes. Okay, here I would say white is better, because we have this double pawn, isolated pawn. This is defended. Then if later they attack on e5, then we play just f4 and rook e3, f4. this knight is struggling to develop, then castle, and then until then we will be getting both pawns. I think so. And this king can go here also, can start to activate. And instead this one, I think maybe just playing e6, knight, knight, or knight, and then king here, or just castle. I feel like here definitely white is better. But okay, we don't worry about this. Okay. f6. You can see the engine considers this a bad move. I think the idea is, if taking on f6, he will take back with the knight. Of course, cannot take with the pawn because it's pinned, and taking with the knight develop, and immediately they will castle. But I think taking, it would be a mistake, probably. I would dare to say bishop f4. Now it's interesting, because if they take, f takes e5, then bishop takes, and if bishop takes, rook takes, attacking this pawn. Do you have some moves here you want to analyze? So we can analyze this one, how and knight can take back. We can analyze f4, bishop here. What else? I mean, we need to do something, because now there is two pieces attacking the pawn and just one defending. So either we attack the pawn, or we defend the pawn or attack one of the other pawns. I don't know. You think Kostya will take 10 minutes here? Yeah, I think he will take some time here too. Okay, let's check the time control here. So Kostya has like an hour and 10 minutes, and his opponent 1 hour and 2 minutes. So Kostya has a little bit of that time advantage, but just a little bit. I don't think it's that much. So I have a question for chat. You've been following Kostya's game, the past rounds. So what exactly is the time control? Is with increment after the move 40? I think it is, because the last year I played, it was. Long castle in this position. Long castle. Wow, long castle. Engine wants bishop f4. Engine wants bishop f4. Okay. Well, yeah. To me, engine is suggesting me to take on d4, but I don't know. Like how we say taking on d4, fix the pawn structure. But I don't know. Let's see what he wants. Takes, bishop b4. Takes, develop in 92. I guess something like this can be. I don't think exchanging knights is a good idea here. Let's go back. Knight e4. Sorry, 92. You like 92. If they take here, knight e4. Okay, that is true too. I like how time is sacrificing a pawn, but this is a positional sacrifice, right? Because it's now black would have two double pawns, and the bad thing is for black is these pawns are in in dark square. This pawn is in dark square, this pawn is in dark square, and this bishop it's like a little bit blocked. And I think we can get the pawn back easy. So the idea of Timpe is developing with the knight. After taking this one, goes immediately here, knight here on e4 or c4. So on e4 with the idea attacking here, and who will defend? I don't know. Oh my god, you don't believe what Kostya played. But I like this because this is a positional sacrifice and then you get the pawn back later. And I think it makes sense more to take this one because this one help white to make this bishop bad, right? Jojo, how are you? So let's go to moves and see what Kostya played. He played e6. Wow. Oh my god. Can you believe like the engine didn't consider a6 and now is saying like it's the best move in the world? Kostya is better than the engine. It was good, Jojo. I will talk more about it later after the stream with Kostya. So after Kostya finish playing, I'm going to I'm going with my brother to the train station. Then he will travel back to Paris, and um, and then I'm going to stream again tonight. So there we will have an arena. If you want to play tonight, we will have an arena. So this is very cool move. Okay, what this move does? I guess what it does is to lock these pawns. Now, if this bishop wants to be free, it has to push here, and to have more squares, and also to play knight f6. I believe like f5 is the move. Otherwise, this will be a little bit ridiculous, this bishop. Yeah, this pawns on e6 is annoying for black. Yeah, true. And also how you will attack that pawn. We need to think a way how to attack the pawn. We know this bishop will never attack this pawn. So it would be this one, yeah. Knight or rook, and rook, or rook. So for attacking this pawn, then I has to go here, here, here. But how? Okay. Here. Okay, something like this. An idea. But also we have this one. No. I think this is very important move now. C takes d4 if I see something very concrete. Yeah, I agree with you, Oscar. I will do the same. If you see you are winning 2 pawns or more, you will do that, I guess. But here not. It's like helping black. Okay, Chad, I will be back in 2 minutes, so I will wait until then what Kostya will play. Also, I realized we can hear Kostya stream. Would you like? I think they don't make too much noise. Ah, you can hear the background there. I will leave it the background there, just in case something interesting happen. Would you like with the sound of the background or not? I think I leave it for now. If it's too noisy, we can hear the clock there too of the other boards. Okay, that's a little bit funny. Okay, I will be back, chat. Just give me 2 minutes, okay? Hello? Okay, so here, oops. Hello, fast pawn. Okay, let me see. His opponent is thinking what to play now. He's deciding. Okay, let's see some option for options for black. Welcome back. Thank you, Jojo. How you are doing, chat? How is your your Sunday? Are you excited? Next week there is a bank holiday. Is it right? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's next Monday? Okay, he played. Oh my god, he took the pawn. D takes c3. Next weekend is East. Yay! No classes. No work. Okay, and Kostya too with the knight. I was like, I really believe like he thought about it, and because this more than anything, developing the piece, and this rook will help a lot. So knight takes. Now I think he, oops. Now he's realizing maybe that could it be better to take first and than playing f6. And now he played rook attacking. But the thing is here, I forgot to mention something very, very important. Attacking this pawn can be an option because later, okay, a part of this double isolated pawn, there is another isolated pawn here. So there is three weak pawns, and we just have one. And if we succeed to taking the pawn on a7, now this will be a pass pawn, right? No, how is it? It's pass pawn. My chess terms in English, I'm not sure. Yeah, so we can try to promote it in the future, this one, and try to play on it to try to make the opponent uncomfortable. Many isolated pawns for Robert. I know. And now this is not a very bad pawn. I honestly think that. Because this is like a lock. If you can see this pawn, just this pawn is stopping this one, maybe this one a little bit, and this one. So until this activates, it has to play 4 moves. It's a pass pawn. Thank you, Jojo. Okay, what did he do? Okay, Kostya, yes, he did play bishop e3, and wait, what? No, that didn't happen, chat. No. 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 That's crazy. Who did that? That's crazy. Should I message someone to say to correct this order? Because this is not what happened. Of course, like, we would not play this. No, I'm going to message them. So what happened is Kostya played bishop e3, developing the piece. I think I can say it's the last piece. No, but the rook is the last piece to develop. And now rook takes d3. Played for Robert. And now bishop, I guess, takes c5. And who will defend this pawn? I don't know. He corrected. Okay, they corrected. Okay, I don't know what happened before, but now this is good. This is good. This is good. Okay. Let me go back. Okay, I don't know what Kostya is thinking too much here, but bishop takes. And I would dare to say white is much, much better. Because now has to defend this pawn. And I think defending this pawn can just play a6, or going back the rook is not an option. Bishop takes c5. He will play it. He already put his hand here, like this. What, to take on c5? The bishop, the Jean is recommending it. What, Serpent? You're following the tournament. What do you think, Dojo chat, about this? I think Dojo got this game. Now he's better. Okay. Bishop takes c5. Or what does he think? a6. Yeah. And then the rook here. I think only move can be take. Take. And now look this. Compare this position. Compare it. Rook very active, knight very active, bishop very active, pawn controlling everything. Okay, but they already moved pieces, so Kostya didn't take, and he played rook d1, which is also the same idea, because I think Kostya think like I can take it later if I want. The most important is to activate the rook. So what did he play? What did he play? What did he play? I cannot see. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. That is the little inaccuracy, I think. Because now he can play this one. But I will say rook takes, pawn takes, and then go here, and then you get this one. Because how you will attack this pawn? No, there is no way how to attack this pawn. On e6, you need to develop knight, maybe here. But then either after that. Very difficult to attack that pawn. Yu Wenshu is leading 4-2 and seems to be winning this match too. Nice. The pawn structure. Okay, but Kostya didn't he so he took the other pawn. So I think he thinks it's very important his pass pawn. Still winning, but it was stronger to take here. Now I would like to think how to win a second pawn. Did he play something? No. He has to think about this. Or try to push the pawn. Yeah, bishop takes a7, create a pass pawn. The pass pawn is important. If that pawn moves like 3 times, it would look very dangerous. And I think black pieces need more than 3 tempos to develop. You know? One. No, he needs 2 tempos to develop. But develop bad, because knight here in castle, okay. But then the knight is here on the side of the board, h6. And he just arrived. I don't know where did he go, but now he's thinking in an answer. This is the 6th round. I think there is some left. I'm not sure how many rounds is this tournament. I think it's 9 rounds. Okay, so he played this. You see? Knight on h6, because why? Because there is no, what is the word? Harmony. There is no harmony with the pieces. Knight and h6, bishop behind the pawn, and fortress castle. Now rook takes rook, pawn takes, and I guess Kostya will play rook d1 and has 2 extra pawn with a better development. Activity, pass pawn, a harmony. Harmony between the pieces. Yeah. So yeah, this is played, rook d1. Let's see if they move the pieces. Yeah, rook d1. No, he doesn't have an extra pawn. That's true. But I think having this pawn, it will be very easy for white. So definitely we have 2 extra pawns. And 2 pass pawns. And they are connected, I think. Yes. So small sacrifice, just positional, because later you don't panic and you know you will get it back because this is positional. Okay, what did he play? In castle. Well, there is no more. He has to play castle. No more options. Castle. And now rook takes. And if this rook goes here, now this one will go to the 7. rank. So rook in the 7th rank. The idea, defending this one and also attacking on e7. After that, also later can go here on c7. But we also need to be careful with some crazy checkmate in the back rank. But I don't think Kostya will let that happen. After can just play on pawn a3. And is Kostya in... Where Kostya? Where is he? Ah, yeah, he went to have some water. Yeah, I think it would be those 2 pawns. So rook takes the pawn. And happy, happy, happy. 1 extra pawn with very soon 2 extra pawns and very good position for white. Very, very, very good position for white. I'm excited. Okay. Black's position looks really problematic now. Yeah. We just need to be a little bit careful. That's it. I would say, like, even taking this pawn, I would prefer than taking this one. Because now this will be very close to promote. So what did he do? He played... What did he do? Oh my god. Rook c8. Rook c8. Well, I think this move, rook c8, defending the pawn. But there is no... That pawn is not attacked. But I understand. Rook c8, if rook d7, king or bishop, but I think king. King f6, f8, defending this one. And try to activate the pieces. So now immediately rook d7 and he played bishop f8. A little bit sad going there with the bishop. I think the true plan, the true colors is not attacking this pawn. I don't think Kostya really... Well, of course he wants to win one of these pawns, but he's just like activating the pieces more and more. I think he's being very solid to bishop f8. But I would say king was better. King f8 and then try to do something with this bishop. Like here and here. Ah, but I understand now. So maybe bishop, king f8 and then bishop c5. And now can go knight here or knight here. because this is double attack this pawn. Very dangerous, I would say. So this is coming and it will be very hard to stop it. You are right, Cedric. The pieces are very far away. This bishop, it's very passive. Very passive, not in open diagonals, not controlling nothing, just defending. Sad life of this bishop. Bishop c5, knight f5 and g4. Okay, yes, you are right. Knight f5 and g4. That's why maybe knight g8. Knight g8. Knight g8, then f5, then bishop f6, and so complicated knight here. So that's why this is not looking very good for black. It's very uncomfortable to play. Black, white is controlling many things, attacking. I think Kostya will win soon. I really believe that. Today is double round. Someone was saying that. If you could check the schedule and let me know if it's double round. Let's talk about Kostya a little bit. So I'm going to spy on his profile. Kostya. Kostya. I found him. Okay, so Kostya has 3 of 5. He lost against 2 grandmasters. Yes, very difficult. And he won against 3 players. This is the 6th round. He's not losing rating, not winning rating. He's just winning 0.4. So I think he's doing good. He's doing good. He won against 2000, lost against a grandmaster, won against another 2000, won against 2100, lost against a grandmaster, and now I believe he will win. Okay, do you have anything you want to say? Bishop c5. Bishop c5. Yeah. Okay, I will check what you say. But okay, so oof, oh my god. A4. A4 the move. A4? Yeah, I think that that pawn is unstoppable. I don't see how. Okay, let's just a4. It looks that far, you know. The knight is there, the bishop. Okay, knight f5. Let's just say here, here. Okay, I have an idea. Knight. We need kind of to stop it. Something like maybe bishop here, but then knight here attacking this pawn. Okay, now he realized and he's bringing the knight. Okay, continuemos. Let's continue. Bishop c5, knight g7, attacking. Or maybe we defend it with this knight. Here. And push it. Can we just push it? I think maybe just push. If they attack here. Bishop c5. Bad move, they say. Didn't like. Knight e4. If they attack this one, I guess this knight is coming to defend. Knight g7, knight here. Knight cannot go here because take. Wow, this is amazing. Look, knight e4 is very good because if knight d6 takes, e7, bishop, and check. Can you see? If knight here, take, here, here, and here. But it didn't happen. I think he played pawn, giving this pawn for a reason. Not really know why. I mean, like, okay, ta-da! Maybe that is the reason. To give a background checkmate. But how? If bishop here, move, very bad move, because if bishop c7, c5, then knight here. So if knight takes, rook takes, and he's threatening this checkmate and taking the knight. So bishop takes, bad move. But what happens if knight takes? If knight takes, knight d6. And we can make something like this. Also, it's not obligatory to take. But if he doesn't take, he will push. I think so. Sorry. G4 here. If G4 takes, so he took with the knight, and he played. Oof! I didn't like this move. I know I don't like this move. Okay, so after taking this pawn, knight G7. So this move is very passive. It's threatening to take because knight cannot take back for the checkmate. But in this position, you can just give a breath, open a window to the king. I would play G3. I'm sorry, but I will play G3. G3 or H3. G3 because there is not light square bishop for black. So just in case. And this bishop controls on F2. So G3. Okay. Or G4 can be interesting too. G4. G3 or G4. G4 controlling the knight. But I mean, like, you want to control the knight. But the knight is going himself alone to here. So G4 and then maybe H5. I would be thinking the less I exchange the pawns, the better. So Kostya played G3 because exchanging the pawns in endgames, it's depending, but if we sometimes, oh my god, thank you so much for the follow. That was very loud. The sacrifice can, then the pieces can sacrifice for pawns, and it will be difficult to win. So that's why. And now rook c6 attacking this one. Okay, so he wants to liberate. So that until he liberates, this pawn will be promoted. So I believe like here, a5, knight takes, rook takes. There is no checkmate. And then the other pawn. Let's push the other pawn. And we are winning a pawn, but remember, it's double connected pass pawns. And he played b4. Before? Before. Because before is the move. Hello, bonjour. Ça va? Aidan. Now he's pushing his pawns. Hey, Paspon. What matters here is the activity, not the pawns. Also, he will exchange the only piece could be active. Now this bishop will be very passive. And after take, also there is this move, bishop c5. Like making this bishop prisoner, making the rook prisoner, the king cannot be activated, and then we just push this pawn and that's it. Yeah, the bishop is out of the game. You are completely right. What Kostya played? Oh, they already exchanged. Nice. Takes and takes. And what was the last move? He didn't press the clock or what? He didn't press the clock? Or you can see a move that is not on the board. Ah no, okay, it's Kostya turns. So bishop e3. Bishop e3. Okay. Let's push pawns. Bishop e3. Then a5, a6, a7. I feel like this game was very calm, not crazy. It's just like a better understanding of the position here. Not calculating many crazy things. So that's why it's important to study strategic too, chat. Because this is an end game, yes, but you are winning, right? Like in this game, 2 pawns. Well, 1 pawn, but 2 pass pawns. And you are more active here. Okay, so here is 1 extra pawn, but the pawns are passed. The king is far away. So here I would say rook a7. If rook takes, bishop takes. And let's try to... I mean, like, it will promote very soon and the king is far away. Here, 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 here. So the square is this. Here, here. He will not be on time because this bishop is helping. So that's why Kostya offered the exchange, because the king is not arriving on time on the square and he resigned. He resigned after rook a7. Woo! Yeah, he realized. GG's Kostya. Let's go, let's go. Okay, that is a good game because he finished very fast the game, and that will give him that will give him enough time, more than enough, I would say, until the next game, so he can rest and prepare if there is a round this afternoon. Maybe there is because the game started very early. So his opponent played well. I just think it's more an strategic game, and we have to plan the things. But yeah, I think he played well. Kostya played amazing. Everything went well, so I'm happy for both. And he resigned. Well done, Kostya. So this is a very educative game for me and for everyone, chat. I hope you like it. I like it a lot. Okay, now he will take. Oops, cancel. Rook d8. Do you want to check this? Rook d8. Um. Oh, I see. Because if they take bishop h6, it's not bad. It's not bad, but I don't think he will fall on this. He will just play king f7 or king g7, and I think there is a way how to win immediately with rook a8. I think the pawn is unstoppable after that, and the king, how I said, cannot get into the square. And well, can get into the square, but it's not enough time because this bishop defends b8, and if this rook doesn't take this one, just play, we will play here. I mean, now we can just push either this one or this one. Double round today. Okay, so that's good for Kostya. Very well. Okay, I'm going to message him. I will ask him if he wants to call or he wants to just go and rest for this afternoon. I didn't ask before. I should have asked before. Okay, chat. We will wait just a little bit and that's it. And later, I guess in the Dojo YouTube channel, you will have the recaps. I'm not sure if Kostya is doing it, but I think he will do it, or he's doing it. And I think this is a very nice game to see on a recap. Right? Very clean. Okay, so I'm going to see here. I think he does it on his own channel. Yeah, in the Dojo channel. I don't know if Kostya has an own channel, but I think they posted in the Dojo channel. Yeah, Kostya is doing recaps in every game, so enough time to film a recap and rest and prep for this afternoon with energy. Double run is hard. I think it's difficult to play. You can be tired sometimes you fight a very long game and you calculate you are tired and you need as much as energy you could have. Ah yeah, Kostya messaged me on Discord, I think. Let me open Discord. I didn't open Discord in a long time. I have many messages. Uh-oh. Okay, Kostya says can join in a minute. If you guys want to wait and listen a little bit of his thoughts. Here, okay, let me just go here. Okay. I'm learning a word. He messaged me, he's doing some post mortem, and I was like, what is that? But now I know. Hola, hi, welcome to the channel. Yeah, you can follow the recaps on his YouTube channel, also in my chat if you want to follow. So let's see at what time is the next round. Reykjavík. Let me go to what time is next round. Schedule 2025 Sunday at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is next round. I'm not sure who will be doing commentary. 4 p.m. will be 6 here. Yeah. His recaps are so good. Yeah, of course. I think Kostya is very good explaining chess and teaching too. And of course playing too. Okay. Uh-oh, it's already out. Ah, no, there is the link of the 5 round. I got distracted. Okay. The other day I was looking for like a video who explained what is Suxpan, because I want to make a video about that. And I wanted like to see it other videos. Yeah. And I found one of Kostya explaining, I think he has in one of the Chessable courses or something. I saw him, he's explaining Suxpan. It's very interesting that. Okay, I'm going to open Kostya YouTube channel. Chess Dojo. Here. Let's mute. Oh, I didn't see I didn't see the challenge in their YouTube. Never play f6. That's funny comment. f5 is a great move for black. Yeah, before it was a good move. Oh, this is very bright. All right. How was your tournament last week? So last week I played a rapid tournament in Bordeaux, in France, and it was good. I streamed it. I lost 2 games, I think, and I won 3. It was just 5 rounds, and it was fun. I After that I played some hand and brain, and I play also a blindfold game. Well, I play against an international master, and he was blindfold. I will post the video on YouTube very soon this week, and it was very entertaining. I'm thinking like to participate more in this kind of events. I would like to play classical chess soon, but I think it would be difficult for me. So I'm thinking what to do. I also have some news I want to tell you. Chat, maybe I tell you tonight. We could talk more because I'm going after the stream. I'm going to spend a little bit time with my brother. He's leaving today. He's visiting here, and after that, I will be back and we will play some arena, and we chat a little bit. We chat. I have some things to tell you. I'm excited. Well, there is not like announcements. I don't know how to feel about it. I will tell you later. Greet your brother from greet your brother from us. Okay, thank you, Jojo. Thank you. What do you think? Will you be back later? When? Okay, when? So I will be here at 7. I will stream for just the arena. I will create the arena so the arena will start around 7:30 because the stream will start at 7 and will end at 8:30, and 9 p.m. we end stream. So it will be 2 hours to stream. Spill the tea. The God Killer is nothing very important. Well, it's important, but I don't know. Just waiting for Kostya. I think he's maybe analyzing the game with his opponent because it's very interesting to hear uh, your opponent's thoughts, because sometimes you you are very curious to like what happened, why you didn't think about this move, why you didn't play this. So I spent like 20 minutes on this move and you didn't play that move, you know. Or what ideas your opponent has, and to learn how other people think and not just like how you think. It's interesting, and also help you to analyze, because sometimes they see more than you, or different things, or the same thing, but they evaluate it differently. So everything is very interesting. Thank you, Said. I hope to see you guys in the arena tonight, 7 p.m. So we have arena today. Okay. I think the camera is pretty bright. Let me turn it down a little bit. Second swim of the day. But it's still very bright for me. Kostya told me he will be here soon. Maybe I ask him again. Ah, he's here. Okay. Wait me a second.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Kostya. How are you?
Hey, doing good, doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Congratulations. Amazing game. I really like it.
Thanks, thanks. Yeah, actually, it's I mean, well, if anyone has any questions, let me know. I'm not watching the chat, but yeah, basically, like, we just briefly looked over it. I mean, we just thought the end game was just very difficult for Black. Like, I think D4 was. I mean, I don't think the rest of the game was actually that great, but D4 was probably just the biggest mistake.
D4?
Because
Wait me a
yeah,
second.
when Black played D4, I think allowing this end game was just really, yeah, really bad for Black.
Ah, yeah, D4. Yes. Like exchanging the queens, and then you have well, I think you can develop easier, and I think you have a much harmonious position than him, right?
Yeah, it's like my structure's better, and I'm a bit faster to develop because I'm already castled, and he has to make several moves to get the rook on h8 out. So I thought even if I give a pawn somewhere, as long as I'm getting my rooks open, like rook to c1, then it'll be just very hard for him to defend the queen side in the future. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't even feel like I converted that smoothly. I thought like I probably had much cleaner options, but okay, overall felt good.
I think he was very good. Like, he was a little bit, I think, slow. Like one of his moves, like rook c8, just defending rooks, the pawn. I I think maybe he should try to activate more, like sacrifice the pawn, or activate the bishop and the knight, something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think he could have put up better resistance. I'm not sure exactly, but maybe like yeah, maybe bishop g7, f6 like wasn't the right plan. Maybe the bishop should try to be like maybe he should play f6 without bishop g7. We were thinking, but
Yeah,
um, yeah, I think there probably was a way to put up more resistance. Although it's still quite yeah, quite unpleasant. Like with white, I can play d3 c4 and just fix the pawns. I can maybe take on d4 at some point and play on the open c file. It just feels like, yeah, so many
See.
good options there.
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake was to play f6, you know, f6, and then you play e6, which is amazing, and locking all the pieces. I think maybe would be better just to take the pawn on c3 after knight takes, rook d8, attacking on d3. I think maybe it would be better.
Yeah, without f6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, definitely possible there. I'm probably just going like bishop e3, and if rook d3, let's say bishop c5, and then rook a d1 is coming, and
Yeah. Yeah, Chad was saying the pawn on e5 looks weak, but I think that pawn restrict all the kingside pieces, right? Like, yeah, amazing.
you're absolutely right. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a double-edged structure. Like, let's say we keep the queens on. Like, if he doesn't play d4, I think that's just a normal position. Like, black can equalize for sure if he plays well there. But yeah, it's double-edged because like technically I have the bad bishop with this pawn on e5, but yeah, it is restricting him, and it's hard for him to develop like quickly.
Yeah.
And interesting thing about the position is like, he already played g6, but if he puts his bishop on g7, it's not well placed there because the e pawn is, if I defended rook e1, bishop f4, bishop on g7 isn't standing so well. But if he goes e6 and tries to put the bishop on e7,
Yeah.
then he played e6 and g6, and so there's like dark square weaknesses. So it's like not.
Yeah.
I played this position for black once actually, and I found it very difficult. I got crushed by my friend Tatev Abrahamian in this line.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, it's a very nice game. Yeah, I'm sure it's in the database if people want to look it up. But yeah, I played this exact opening from the black side, and then yeah, it was just tough structure to play.
yeah. Yeah, I was thinking like if you play e6, then you have the d6 square for your knight. Maybe can be an idea. I was thinking that too.
Yeah, no, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
And
black has to solve their issues.
yeah. Yeah, that was amazing, and it was not very long game, which is good for because you have another round later, right?
Yeah, super. Yeah, I was happy. Yeah, happy to finish quickly. Yeah, I can get lunch, rest, prep for the next game. Probably playing up next game, so it'll be tough again.
Yeah, it will be tough. You play against two grandmasters already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very difficult. Yeah. And are you doing recaps?
I am doing recaps for YouTube.
Yeah.
I think the game from yesterday should be up in like a couple hours or so. But yeah, people want to check out. I've been analyzing all my games for YouTube. No engines, just giving my straight thoughts. Blundering a lot, I'm sure. But yeah, I actually find it way more fun just to analyze on my own.
Nice. Yeah, I was like, can you take down the engine? They were asking, and I was like, no, I'm allowed to have it.
Good. Yeah, yesterday Jesse February was doing the commentary, and then chat was, a little rude. They're like, "Oh, why are you like, guys? Please, like, if we have a guest on our channel, please be nice to them. Okay, you can be rude to me, to David, to Jesse Kraai, no problem. But if we have a guest on our channel, please treat them with respect. Okay."
Team not no engines. Yeah, I agree with it too.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's better to watch like without the engine. I think it's like more interesting, more educational. But I also think it's up to the commentator. Whatever they're more comfortable with. So
yeah, it's true.
So thank you for covering. I very much appreciate it.
No, thanks to you for asking me, and I wish you good luck for the rest of the rounds, Kostya. You can do this, and also enjoy your games.
Thank you. Here, I'll show you guys briefly the view here.
Wow!
So you guys can
Yes.
see a little bit of Iceland.
Yeah, and also it's nice. The skies is very nice too. Wow. How is the weather? Is it very cold?
It's not too bad. It's basically been between like 30s and 40s Fahrenheit, maybe like 0 and 10 Celsius.
Okay, not that bad.
So, but windy. When it gets windy, it's brutal, especially walking to the playing hall.
I
It's like
know.
today I almost couldn't get there because the wind was
Yeah.
like so strong.
Yeah, last round, no, not last round. Last year I was there and I was like fighting against the wind to arrive to
Yeah,
my round. It was funny.
so but weather's been good. It's been mostly not freezing.
Yeah,
So
but the venue is amazing. It's so beautiful. Like it's like
yeah,
crystal, and also the view is very, very nice, and the atmosphere. It's very beautiful there.
yeah. I do enjoy playing here quite a bit.
Yeah. Uh, okay, Kostya, thank you so much for being here. Well, that was a good game. Congrats and good luck for later.
Thanks, thank you, Alex. I'll see you later. Bye, chat.
Bye.
See you guys.
Rest.
Bye.
Bye
Thank you so
bye.
much. Take care.
Ciao. Bye. Okay, chat. That was the stream. That was Kostya. He explained a little bit of the game and what he thought. And I think it was a good win for Kostya. Both players played good. I think positionally Kostya was better here. So I hope and I wish him good luck for today and the rest of the games. I'm sure he can do it, and I think he's playing some tournaments here in Europe. I saw something, I don't remember very well what, but it definitely will be a lot of fun and very interesting also for for his game. And thank you everyone for watching. I will stop the stream.